What to do if your profession doesn't work remotely? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Virtual Coffee Chat with Luis. I am your host, and this is my coffee. I hope you're enjoying a cup or mug as well. So let's talk about what you should do if you want to work remotely, but your profession doesn't really allow it. I mean, maybe you work in an oil rig, right? Maybe you're, like I was in a former life, a dentist. Pretty hard to do dentistry remotely. So you really have two options. Number one, you find a new profession, duh. Or number two, you adapt. Now, let's go number two first, right? You might think that working as a dentist could only be achieved, in person. That's mostly true, but there are other things that you can do as a dentist that's not necessarily practicing dentistry. You could teach, you could consult, right? If you have some achievements under your belt, or if you're specialized, right, you can give classes or you can consult, give consultations to other dentists, etc. And you can conceivably make a career out of that, even a remote career. It's a bit of a stretch to say that you can see patients, through Zoom, right? I can imagine it's certainly possible even to do some diagnosis over Zoom, but seeing that dentistry kind of requires you, to use instruments to feel, let's say, how firm enamel is and stuff like that. I wouldn't really go that route. But who knows, maybe your profession, if you're a medical professional, maybe there are some ways to figure out how to do, consultations online, like dentists can't. But, you can always consult or teach. That's an option. Or then, Google is your friend. You can also learn something new, right? Learn something online a couple of hours a week. That's what I did, right? So I actually had some experience writing, but I didn't really knew. I did, when I was in med school, I did some freelance writing for a couple of video game websites, but I wasn't really in the freelance market. But I started learning about it. And even if I already had some practice writing, but that it's nothing that you can't learn, right? Just find an area that you feel you enjoy and start learning. Legitimately, today, as of 2021, it is really remarkably easy to, find a course or something, even a lot of good quality free courses on Google that let you start a new profession with a remarkably high skill ceiling. So consider that, right? Do it a couple of hours a week. Don't quit your day job. But, just do it slowly, get some clients, get your first client. That's the hardest thing, to get your first client. And then, expand it into full time if you like. As soon as you see that you're doing more or less the same with it, per hour than you're doing at your regular job. Make a plan. Obviously, get some savings in case things get rough. Sometimes the freelancer finances can be a bit of a roller coaster. So make sure you have a backup. You have a reserve fund. But then you start designing your own lifestyle around that, right? You can even. I have dentist friends. I don't particularly like this. I'm a bit more risk adverse, but I have dentist friends that, while they don't work remotely, they design their lifestyle around they work a lot for 6 months, right? On some clinics that they don't own. And then they take 6 months off. They say, goodbye, it was really nice working with you. Here's the data for all my patients. I'm gone for 6 months. Bye. And they go live in Thailand or Indonesia or someplace that's warm and has beautiful beaches, right? So you don't really, if you want to live a rich lifestyle, let's say, you don't necessarily need to do remote work. The remote work makes it easier, to have that rich lifestyle without doing crazy stuff like my friend. So anyway, that's what I have to say. It sounds a bit cliche, but right now I'm the director of marketing of a pretty decent company. I'm the founder of Tank Remote, a growing media property, and I learned how to do most of it online. So you can too. And if you want to learn more about remote work, how to do it better, I invite you to head to tankremote.com. You'll find a lot of content there that will help you achieve that goal. That said, this was Virtual Coffee Chat with Louis. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you tomorrow.